We're on public testing. They have enchants on public testing, and they have a new advanced teamworks on public testing, and they have monthly Mad God stuff on public testing. And if you don't want to go on public testing yourself, which let's face it, nobody fucking does, I'm here to give you your TLDP. First up on our chopping block, tiered enchants. As of right now, only UTs are enchantable, and only the UTs that are enchantable through hard-won steamworks or advanced steamworks, whatever you want to call it. That won't be the case starting August 1st. The top 3 tiers of weapons and armor will be enchantable, and the top 2 tiers of abilities and rings will be enchantable. I don't have anything that's enchantable, because the stuff that Deca gives you via the shop isn't actually enchantable, and I don't feel like going through an O2 to try and get T12s or whatever to show that they're enchantable, but they're enchantable, so you can enchant them. They have a 50% chance to be enchantable, unless you're on seasonal, then it's a 60% chance when it drops. They'll only have 1 enchant slot if they do have anything, but then you can enchant them. Dust prices are also massively decreasing, so for the time being in prod, if you have like an enforcer or something that you want to enchant, which I can't enchant it because the game hates me, it would cost I think 1900 or so dust to enchant, and you get like what 30 per advanced steamer. So they're changing that to be 1200 instead of 1900. That's a massive decrease in the amount of dust that it takes. And T14s are going to be like 900 or something like that. I don't remember exactly. T13s are going to be like 100 or so, and T12 is going to be like 10. So T12 is going to be really easy to enchant. And also dust is dropping from all Exalt dungeons in the game now, not just advanced steamworks, so you can just do like a nest or whatever and then enchant your T12 bow with some bullshit, I guess, if you want to. But if you want to enchant any of the top tier stuff like T14s or whatever, that'll require I think almost 1,000 at least, so you'll still have to do a lot of nests. But you can at least get them from normally exalting your characters, so you don't have to go out of your way to do advanced steamworks or whatever. They're also adding a mission, which I don't know where it is. There we go. That gives you dust for completing 2 difficulty 6+ dungeons. I think like W Lab or something like that is 6+. What's the W Lab? Are you 6? You're 5.5. Okay, never mind. But temple. Okay, you can do 2 mountain temples and get some dust. Now it's only once per day. It's an 18-hour thing, right? So that won't really help you too much, but at least while you're doing your nests or whatever, nests, cults, whatnot, you'll get some extra dust along with that every day if you're playing unseasonal. If you want to actually see all the enchants that are available for weapons, armor, rings, and whatnot, that'll all be available in NIEGILS post that I made in the subreddit. That'll link in the description if you want to check that out. Next up, we got some Month of the Mad God stuff. So as with every Month of the Mad God, every Exalt dungeon will have a 1.5 times loot or chest event. This time, normal Steamworks only has a 1.5 times loot, no chest for normal Steamworks, but Advanced Steamworks does have a chest event. Every other Exalt dungeon looks like it has a chest event, other than 03 is not on the current calendar, which might be unfortunate. Which means we might not have a free 03 event this month of the Mega, which would be cringe as all balls, but no, we'll see what happens. One important thing to note, though, compared to last month of Mad God, it doesn't look like any of them will have banners like they did last time. They had a free 15% banner with a chest. It looks like this time it'll just be chest, except for Steamworks, will have 1.5 times loot and XP. They're also bringing back the old skins, like the stone skins and the slime skins and whatnot, so if you want to get those will be available. And then they are also making a T13 reskin set, I guess. It looks like it works with the Aspirant set. I don't know if these will be enchantable like normal, or whatnot, but they're all T13 weapons. So they're soulbound on testing. Hopefully they won't be otherwise, because T13s aren't normally tradable. But yeah, these are all just T13 reskins. From both classic and the alternate weapons. That'll probably work with the ST set, the Aspirant set. And if you weren't already aware, in the Battle Pass, the Aspirant set pieces you can get from the missions down here. You can get more of this stuff through the campaign Tinkerer quests, and not actual campaign, but the Tinkerer quests in the Tinkerman. It'll have exchange stuff for campaign points, so you can buy more of the both engravings and the actual armor pieces, so you can make more of those sets if you want. You can see it right here. The bow, you can get the bow with just using a bunch of mastery tokens and sniper tokens. The sniper token will change from sniper to the other 4 disciplines. At least are the hero pieces. Maybe they don't work with the set. I don't know, maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't think they'll be... They might be able to get normal tiered enchants, but they won't be able to get these enchants. But yeah, the sniper thing will change, so it'll go to like Magus and Swiftblade and Stalwart, depending on how far we are into Month of the Mad God. That'll change, then it'll give us different tokens as we go on. And there's also Advanced Nest, in case Advanced Teamworks wasn't enough. Now there's also an Advanced Nest. This one's a lot easier. There's no guaranteed sicken phase anymore. There are sicken shots. That's what the green is for. A lot of the green will either sicken or unstable in this dungeon. But they're not actual, no sicken arena or fucking sicken aura bullshit. So if you don't like patience, well, there's no patience phase in this one, so you should be okay. It's pretty fucking easy, to be perfectly honest with you. Intense Advanced Teamworks is a brand new advanced dungeon. It also has its own engravings for its own set of UTs. We take a look at that real quick. I know they have one that was pretty fucking good. Yeah, they have an engraving called Might of the Bumblebees. It's not actually on public testing, so I can't show you, but it's for rings, and it can only be applied to the tomb rings. It gives +5 def and +5 dex, which means if you put that on a fucking Pyra, you'll end up with a ring with +100 HP, +9 defense, and +4 attack and 5 dex, or 9 DPS stats. That's more HP and more, or the same amount of defense, sorry. More HP, but the same amount of defense as a fucking bracer, which is like the most defensive endgame ring that exists. There's 10 more HP and the same defense as a bracer, in exchange for having more goddamn DPS stats than a Coronation or an Omni, because it has 9. So that'll be an incredibly defensive, technically 1-4 ring from Tomb, if you get the engraving from Advanced Nest for it. So that's kind of interesting. It also has 2 more. It has one for weapons that adds bursting bees. I think it works similar to, if you guys know, the Nest bow works, the Nectar Crossfire. Yeah, I think it'll add a burst mechanic similar to how this bow works, with the extra bees that all deal 80 damage. Probably armor piercing. That can only be applied to the Green Stinger, the Bogwood Crook, which is a random staff from, yeah, this guy from Wetlands nobody fucking uses. Pirate King's Cutlass, Leaf Bow, Wand of the Fallen, and Doku no Ken. So no super uber endgame stuff, but putting that on a Leaf Bow might actually make that even more 1-4. Compared to like a Void Bow or something, because Leaf Bow compared to Void Bow already isn't that much different in terms of DPS. And if you can add extra projectiles to this thing, armor-piercing projectiles that work with burst, it might just make it better than a Void Bow. So there's something to look out for there, but it's not going to be any metagame-changing shit. They also have one for armors that adds +60 HP, and you release bees on hits when you take more than 40 damage. But that can only be applied to the Lod armors, like the Fire Dragon Battle Armor, and the other 2. And then it can also be applied to all 4. Now there's a green bee armor, but all 4 of the bee armors, which I don't have any of because testing anyway. So yeah, it can't be applied to anything really good. If you that on a Fire Dragon Battle Armor might be good, since Fire Dragon Battle Armor is already a good item. All right, it's fucking close to 1-4, not quite, but it's close to 1-4. If the bees that spawn do damage, then it might actually end up making this 1-4, maybe. I don't know, we'll have to see how that goes. Another thing to keep in mind, just because we're here, the UBHPs, right? Everybody knows good old, it's not actually called a UBHP. Health, that'll probably do it. Yeah, there we go. UBHP, everybody, stop lagging. Everybody knows good old UBHP. Right, 10 less HP than a Deca, that's why Deca is our form of currency. If enchanted items stay tradable like they are currently in prod, health enchanted UBHPs might end up being the new fucking go-to endgame currency type of thing for you traders. It might be worth it to liquidate a few of your decas into UBHPs at like 2 UBHP per deca, I think still goes. I don't know, I haven't traded in a very long time, but I think that still goes, and then use those UBHPs, enchant them when they come out. You'll have to obviously farm dungeons in order to actually get the dust to enchant these guys with, I think it's like 900 again per health boost, but then you might be able to trade these for then 2 decas each or more. So it's entirely possible that you can turn 1 deca into 4 decas just by doing a handful of nests. And by a handful, it's a lot of nests, to be fair. It's, again, like, you get like, what, 10 dust per nest, and you need 900 per one of these, so fucking 90 nests per. But if you're just exalting, hang on to a couple of these guys and get them with health enchants, and you might just make mad bank from the current decas that you have. Anyway, that's all that's on public testing. If you want to see the more specific stuff, again, Nigel's Reddit post will be in the description. Nigel's Reddit post also has the runs for Advanced Nest, if you want to see what that looks like. I'll also put those in the description as well. If you want to stay up to date on stuff, fucking subscribe. Anything useful, including the new monthly Mad God stuff, when those start releasing, will go into my community post tab thing, so you can follow that if you want to, or you can join the Discord. My Discord link in the description. That'll also be posted in the events section of that Discord as well. Otherwise, that's fucking all that's happening. We got Advanced Nest, Enchants, monthly Mad God stuff. That's about it. So yeah. I just realized I did criticals outro. What? That's funny. Oh shit, I didn't even realize.